what has become really clear is that and I just mentioned it there about how many people will say to us, oh, what do you do? What does your PMO do? Why is there a PMO within this organization? All of those questions. And I'm like, it is really interesting, but have you got your answer ready? And one of the best ways to do it is the Six Honest Men, which is the Kipling poem, which reminds you of your six whys and your how, of course. But again, this came up with trying to get a well, what does a PMO do in the NHS, for example? How many different types do you have? Same with any kind of, the public sector organization. It doesn't really, whatever it is that you're working within, can we answer these questions very clearly? It's almost like you got the elevator pitch, because I don't believe there's anybody in a better place than you to start providing that clarity. So rather than just scoffing and rolling his eyes at people, thinking, why are we not, why do you not understand? It's like, all like, actually, you should be able to say, this is what the PMO is doing for your organization. This is what kind of things that they do. This is how we do it. This is who it's for. This is, all of that. Have you got it? Have you got it for you as an individual working with a PMO? This is what I do, why I do it, all the rest of it. What the PMO does, what you're doing for delivery organization. So what does it provide? But also for your wider business, and that wider business, whatever it might be doing, because we know we're boundary spanning and all that kind of stuff. We are doing other things. But even wider than that, what is a PMO within financial sector? What is a PMO within retail? All of those kind of things. I'm just being intrigued as to why we haven't got this. And it came into my radar because some people are trying to do it. It's like we'll stick to there for people saying it. We're going to have the answer ready. And we want to be able to quite clearly lay it out. And that's where things from there, you've got your PMO charter and your mandate and your vision and your objectives. That's somewhere else. This is the kind of, is it the elevator pitch? It is. It's a bit more than that. But again, I'd like to think that we can provide a lot more clarity than we do. We're our own worst enemy sometimes, I think. Agree? Disagree? What do you reckon?
Well, I know, and there's a deck in the making, is there not, where we can kind of going to help that.
Mm, exactly. Another one for the backlog. Didn't come on here to get a whole new backlog. But yeah, you can see why we've got these trends and what we're probably going to be doing with them. But following on from that, we kicked off this year with a kind of really firm foot forward to address, you won't believe the amount of emails, contacts through social media, people asking, how do you set up a PMO? What's the best way to do it? I want a quick answer. I don't want to go on a training course. I don't want to pick up P3O. Why isn't this just written down somewhere? All of that kind of stuff. Many of you that are on this session that have been around in and around PMOs for as long as we have, you'll know it feels a bit like we're at the PMO competency framework stage when we thought, can it be done? Can it be done? Yes, it can be done. And I think we kicked off this year with a really clear kind of like flow through. We've said P3O has not been updated for 10 years. There's a lot's changed in terms of business and how business gets done and how projects and program the portfolios are working and stuff like this. This session really resonated with a lot of people because it is a very simple framework. It can be adopted for any organization. It doesn't really matter what your context is because that's your job. That's your job to make the context, to work with the context. But it went down really well, and I think that tells us a lot in terms of the simpler you can get it, the simpler it's going to be able to not only do it, to be able to also tell people about how you're doing it and what you're doing and why you're doing it and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to rerun that session. If you missed it, if you're not a member, you'll be able to go and have a look at that session, go and have a look on the events page. You'll see it's already set there now for the 28th of Feb. It is a rerun, but Eileen and I will be there with live chat, typing chat. So yeah, you'll be able to see that again. And I think it's one of those things that kind of set the scene for many people. This is where focuses could be or should be if you've only got so much time to be thinking about what you're doing. It's certainly one that you should watch. And thank you, Nicole. It's brilliant. So there you go. I thought it were great. As a reminder, if you're not a member of a House of PMO, we'd love to know why not. Is it just about the fact it's funding, but your organisation is not backing you, but you can't really see any benefit to you right now? Let us know. Just drop us a line. We're all ears. But please do consider your membership if you're not already. You get access to a lot of great things, and it helps us carry on doing some great work and hopefully moving us on to that profession and the PMO is a profession. And finally, we've got some more stuff coming up. We've got a spotlight on the PMO analyst role and also that session that we said about AI on limited data sets. So, talk about niche. It will be, but, hopefully it'll be really practical insights for you to
That's the plan.
align with what you're doing right today. So we're bang on time, and we're going to leave you to get on with the rest of your wonderful day. Keep on PMOing, and we're here if you want to bounce anything off against us. And I put a link in there about getting involved. Go and have a look at that. It's literally hot off the press today. We'll be sharing some more of that over the coming month as well. I'd love you to get more involved with us. Okay, everybody, thanks very much. Really appreciate your time. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Bye.
Great
Thank you.
session. Thank you.